Good morning, boys and girls. It's Saturday, the 13th of... I forgot what it is. Saturday, the 13th of April 2013. A warm welcome along to today's United Kingdom talk. We are recorded as live, boys and girls, and we've also already got a message coming in. John Goulding. Good morning, John, who thinks that something spooky is going on. He says, that's spooky. I was just wondering whether you'll be doing it live today or just getting a coffee. Yes, it is spooky. And the reason it's spooky is because I posted it 1 minute after I thought about you. Does that happen often, John? Do you often sit there thinking about me, wonder? Do you? I think you must possibly be the only person that does. No one thinks of poor little old Chris. They don't. No one thinks of me. And Wendy's with us as well this morning. Good morning, Wendy. We're going to have a little bit of a maths test later on. Okay? Now, this is a maths test that I've got to say to you, I would not pass. All right? A 15-year-old GCSE student would probably pass this. My nephew, who's now 16, incidentally, my nephew is definitely one who would pass this. I wouldn't. So we'll do that a little bit later. Got to tell you, the cat, Katie, my cat's been very, very quiet the last couple of days. She's just picked up now, actually. This morning, she's at last starting to meow a little bit. But the last 2 days, she's spent, like, curled up on the bed. I mean, she sleeps right next to my head. Literally, right, you know, a couple of inches away from my face. That's where she sleeps. But the last couple of days, she's been on the bed, and when I've gone to bed, she's been there already, sort of in the middle. And I noticed the cat. I don't know if you've got a pet. Does it sleep with you on a bed somewhere? My one, when I go up to the bed, she's there in the middle. You know. You're not on the side, she's not in the bottom, she's there in the middle. So, you kind of got to peel back the covers gently, haven't you? And slide in so as not to disturb her. Are you the same with your pet at home? Do you know, if you've got a dog or something like that, or cat, whatever, budgerigar, maybe you sleep with your budgerigar, I don't know. You know, perhaps you do. Animals become very friendly. Perhaps you've got one of those really cute bearded lizards. I like those. Do you know little lizards? You're supposed to keep them in a tank, aren't you? With a light bulb or something. My friend has got one of those. What's his name now? Gary. He's got a lizard, and it lives in this glass. It's like a big fishbowl type thing, you know, a big square fishbowl. There's no lid on it. It could escape if it wants, but it prefers to just sit there doing nothing under the... I think they're lazy animals, lizards, aren't they? Like cats. Lazy animals. It just wants to sit there underneath the light bulb. Now and again you throw in an insect or two, like a cricket. Or a fly or something like that. The tongue comes out, does it? Oh! And so... Oh! And it sucks the insect into its mouth. Well, it doesn't suck it, does it? It just grabs it with... This tongue shoots out. I mean, the tongue looks like 3 times the length of this animal's body. How does that work? Is it curled up inside or something? Maybe you sleep with your bearded lizard. I don't know. But when you go to bed and that dog or cat is in the middle of your bed, do you kind of just try and carefully... peel back, because the cat's always asleep, you know. It doesn't wake up because you want to get in bed. Even if you try and wake it up. You know. Katie will be there. Katie, I'm coming to bed now. She'll be curled up like a prawn. She'll be curled up like a prawn. Katie, I'm going to bed now. Nothing. Nothing at all. So, you kind of peel back the top of the bed and try and slide in gently, and then you feel the lump of the cat, don't you, as your leg goes in there. And, oh, I haven't woken her up, have I? And then you look over, and no, she still hasn't moved. And you get in a little bit more, and you know you're kind of pressing against this lump on the bed. And then there's no other way of doing it, is there? So I end up, oh, sod it. You know, and I just get in bed and then she moves. But she doesn't seem to be too pissed off about it. She'll move over to, because I sleep on the, if I'm laying down, I'm on the right, let me think. If you're laying on your back, I'm on the right-hand side of the bed. Do you get what I mean? That cat is in the middle. So she will move over to the left, and once I'm in, she will then jump over me and then walk up the right side and then settle next to my head. She doesn't seem to be too bothered. But do you do that as well with your pet? Do you slide into the bed carefully, or do you just get out of the way, push the dog out of the way, and then just get in? Do let us know. I've got an email address. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. If you're watching the recording, best way to get in touch is by email. Excuse me, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. If you're watching the show live, then it's a Friday morning, just coming up to 20 to 11. Check your clock if that's the time and date what it is now. Okay, Friday morning, 20 to 11, then you can join in live. We have Skype. If you've got Skype, my Skype username is all one word, Chris Reardon, CHRISREARDON. Join us on the Skype, okay? Skype is Chris Reardon. Or you can join in by telephone. And my phone-in number is a local London number. We haven't got any other 0845 crap. No, thank you. No money will change from your hands to mine in the calling of this programme. Absolutely not. The phone number is 020 8133 6358. Okay, 020 8133 6358. Tell me about your pets. How do you sleep with your pets? I want to know. Do they wake you up at night? Maybe they're not there in the bed waiting for you. Maybe you go to bed at whatever time and the cat's somewhere else. You know, where's the cat? Cat, do you want to come to bed? No cat there. Okay, fair enough. You know, no cat there. Oh, all right then. Well, I'll go to sleep. And you go to sleep, and maybe you wake up in the night, and you know you want to go wee or something. Does that happen very much? Sometimes, do you know, I find that happens sometimes 4 or 5 times a night sometimes. I don't know, no reason for it. And other times, I might sleep the entire night. I don't understand that. I just don't get it. What happens to you? And anyway, so you wake up to go wee. Yeah, or worse than that. It's not too bad, is it, waking up to go to the wee? But if you want to wake up on a very, 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 very rare occasion and you want to do the other thing. No, not that. You want to go number 2. You know, number 2. I hate that, don't you? Doesn't happen extremely rarely, not even once a year. But when you wake, I want to go to the toilet, and you're really tired, but you know you've got to go to the toilet. I hate that. But anyway, we're not talking about that. When the cat, you know, when you wake up and the cat's, then you think, well, that's strange. That cat wasn't there when I went to sleep. She's jumped up on it. I think I'm just completely immune to the noises that the cat makes while I'm asleep now. One of the nicest things is when I get in the bed, she's already there. Not in the bed, on the bed. She don't get in the bed. I did have a cat once. She used to get in the bed. But I banned off from that when I was woken up. This is about 20 years ago. When I was woken up by 4 paws pushing me over because she wanted a bit more room. So I wasn't having any of that, thank you. So she now sits on the bed, right? Nothing better than falling asleep to the cat purring, is there? She's got that quiet purr. Like that. Do you sleep with your pets? Are you careful when they're in the bed so as not to disturb them? Or do you think, no, sod it, you put up with how I want to sleep? Let us know on the email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. On the Skype right now, if you're watching on a Friday morning, you can join in live. Skype username is all one word, Chris Reardon. Or indeed, on the phone, 020 8133 6358. Got to say hello to Simon. Good morning, Simon. On the Isle of Wight, otherwise known as Isley Widget, because its name I've spelt. If you're outside the UK, lots of people in America watch the show. Isle of Wight is spelt ISLE of OF and Wight WIGHT, and some people call it Isley Widget because of the way it's spelt, you see. Probably in America, you probably look at Isle of Wight and think, let's go to the Isley Widget. I'm not very good at accents, I'm afraid. Well, Simon's on the Isle of Wight, and he says, "Hi Chris, nice to hear you live again. I can speak to you from the Isle of Wight as a fellow broadcaster. All the best, Simon, a.k.a. Humpty." Good morning, Simon. What are you broadcasting at the moment? Are you on Isle of Wight radio? What are the jingles like? I do like jingles. Simon on Isle of Wight radio. I do like a jingle or two. I really do. Hey, have you got a cat, Simon? Let us know. So Katie has actually been very quiet the last few days, curled up on the bed almost for 3 days, barely moving. I noticed the food wasn't going. I don't think she was drinking, but this morning she does seem a lot more lively, and she's got up, she's had something to eat, something to drink, she's gone out for a wee, and I think she's a lot better now. And thank you especially to Wendy for being concerned about that. I do appreciate Wendy being a little bit concerned about my cat. Thank you, Wendy. All right. Now let's see what we got coming in here. Little bits and pieces. I don't want to miss anything. Don't want to miss anything. Oh, boys and girls, I'm not very good at washing. Okay, my best friend Ron, he recently bought me 2 jumpers for my birthday. Okay, I am actually wearing one this morning. It's like a white, and it's a what did he say it was? Lamb's wool. It's a lamb's wool jumper, and it's very nice. I've got a white one on. The only thing is, I've noticed my skin on my arms is starting to get a bit itchy. Not only a bit itchy, but like it's not right. It's not smooth like it was. And don't say it's my age either. It's not my age. It's not smooth like it was. It's starting to get a bit itchy. So I thought, well, I'll wash one of the jumpers and I'll see if that makes any difference. Unfortunately, and I have the said jumper with me here. Here's one I made earlier. It's like being Blue Peter, isn't it? I have one of the said jumpers here, and unfortunately it appears to have shrunk. And he spotted this yesterday hanging over my banister, and he's not pleased. The bottom of it especially has kind of... and I don't know why that's happened. Now, he says, well, you did hand wash it, didn't you? Come on, do me a favour. Do I look like someone who hand washes anything? I don't think so, dear. There's no hand washing, no. We don't do hand washing. And I didn't do hand washing because the label inside, it says... One moment, please, I shall not look this up. The label inside, it says, machine washable wool cycle. So I put it in... it didn't say wool. What did it say? Delicates. Delicates. So... I put it in delicates, and it says, hang on a minute, it says, machine washable, wool cycle, 40 degrees. So I put it in I put it on 40 degrees, on delicates, and the bloody thing has shrunk, isn't it? Look. It's shrunk. I mean, you can stretch that bottom bit out, I suppose, but I tried it on this morning, because I thought I'll wear that today, and see if it's cured the itching at all, and it hasn't. I did put that on while I was going to wear it today for the show. I did put it on while I was having my breakfast this morning at about 9 o'clock. But no, it is still itching. So I must assume that I'm allergic to woolen clothes. I've got 2 other jumpers I bought recently, and they weren't expensive, like 20 quid each or something like that. And they're... hang on, let me just go and get one. Talk amongst yourselves a minute. I'm just going to go and get this other jumper. Oh, there you are, Katie. Said cat is on bed. Said cat is now on bed. Right. So I've got this thing I bought only from Burton's, which is a cheap shop, and it was reduced to 20 quid. Now, what's this made out of? And this is not a problem at all. In fact, this is not a problem at all, this one. Keep away from... Made in Taiwan, right? Not that that makes a difference. So this one is... 85% acrylic, 15% wool. Now, this white one I've got on at the moment is a lovely jumper, but my arms are itching like mad. I'm going to take it off. They are absolutely itching like mad, my arms. Do you think I could just be allergic to the wool? You know I'm allergic to my own cat fur, don't you? Not my cat fur, the cat's cat fur. Now, I'm going to put this on. My arms are itching like mad now. I've had that woolen thing on. I'll put this on. Right? And immediately I've got this on, my arms... I've almost stopped itching. I suppose it's got wool, whatever it is, because I have had the jumper on, haven't I? Now that feels a lot better. Admittedly, this one doesn't look anything like as nice as the one I've just taken off, but it's not itching me. So is it possible I'm allergic to wool? Ladies, are you out there? Wendy, you'll know. I wonder, Wendy, could you give us a quick call and let me know how that works? Eh? I would like to know, Wendy, could I be allergic to animal wool? I think I might be. Got to say good morning to David this morning. I don't know if you're with us, David. You can give us a call as well if you're around, David, on the Isle of Wight. Did you change your Skype? I think you might have changed your Skype, David. Eh? So anyway, I've washed it, I've shrunk it. Ron was round yesterday and says, have you shrunk that nice jumper that I bought you for your birthday? Because he bought us two. And I said, well, perhaps. What can you do? I'm a very sensitive person. I can't be wearing all these bits and pieces. Went to Frankie and Benny's yesterday. Bit disappointed. Now, I've been there before with Ron, so I should know this. Usually we go in there, we'll have a pizza and a pudding, but we'd already had dinner, and we just happened to be going out yesterday and doing a little bit of shopping. There was a couple of items that I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy a hard computer case. Now, I've got a laptop. I think is it 17 inches, this laptop? How difficult is it to buy a hard laptop case? Right? First of all, I went into Bentl's, which is like a department store. It's a bit like a John Lewis. We've got a Bentl's in Bracknell. No, they haven't got any. They got 101 different leather, and I wouldn't buy a leather item anyway, right? Because I think that's cruel to animals. Because I am vegetarian, boys and girls. I am a vegetarian. Okay? Incidentally, on a show a little while ago, I mentioned that I don't buy leather things. Okay? I also said that although I don't buy leather things anymore, okay, I wasn't going to chuck away old trainers and things like that. You know, when they're worn out, they will be replaced by plastic things. It's all part of the, you know, not being cruel to animal things. I don't believe animals should be killed for our benefit, if at all possible. Right? And some clever clogs here, Gary Owen, who made a comment on the YouTube channel, because I've got YouTube channel. If you're not watching the show live, you're probably watching it on YouTube, aren't you? Or via iTunes. And Gary's put a note on my YouTube. He says, "You're sitting on a leather chair, Chris." Yes, I am sitting on a leather chair. The bloody thing is 14 years old, dear. I'm not going to chuck it away, am I? That's just stupid. You know. Picky, picky, picky Gary, aren't you? Picky, dear, picky. It's a very comfortable chair. But when this chair... Actually, this chair is starting to go a bit funny. Because I noticed, you know, they've got the thing on the side where you raise it and... Hang on a minute. You raise it and... Right, raise it and... And now... Oh, it's got... That's it. I should never have done that. Just a minute now. When you raise the chair... A minute. Is that it? when you raise the chair... No, I've done it now, and I... Oh, what an idiot. I'll have to get a cushion to sit on, because I'm only little. I've got a pillow to sit on. When you raise the chair now, it doesn't come back... sorry, when you lower the chair, it doesn't fully come back up. I think the... doesn't it sit on a load of air? It's very bouncy now, this chair. Bouncy, bouncy all the time. It doesn't quite work anymore, so I think the chair is actually on its way out. Gary! But I won't replace it with another leather one. I shall buy a, what is it called? A vinyl chair next time. You don't chuck away. When you become vegetarian, you don't start chucking everything away. You know, I've probably got a couple of cans of, chili con carne in the cupboard or something from 2 years ago when I became vegetarian. You're not going to chuck it away. It's just silly, chuck it away. Use it and then start, you know, and that's it. Thank you very much for your comments, Gary. Very kind of you. Now, what were we talking about? Oh, yes. So I want a hard laptop case. Impossible. Absolutely impossible to find. First of all, I went to Bentl's. And from there, we went to the Peel Centre, which is like a little like a load of shops that are outside, you know, with the big car park and the shops next to each other. I don't know, what's that? Is that called a mall? Do you call that a mall in the US? Something like that? Anyway, so then we went to Tesco's Home and Base, or Home and... I don't know, the Tesco's where they don't have any food, they just sell clothes and things like that. So we went in there, looking in there, went up the escalator, and I'm very careful when I go up the escalator, because once, about a year ago, I was going up the escalator there, I must admit, I was mucking around. You wouldn't think I'm, like, 50 years old. Okay, and my best mate, Ron, is 40 years old. Simon, thanks for your call, just got you on hold, stay there a minute and I'll be with you. You know, I'm 50, he's 40. We piss about like we're 18 years old in places. We do. I mean, don't ever grow up, boys and girls. It's boring growing up. Remember your parents? Aren't they boring? You know they are. Well, you don't want to be like that. Continue mucking around. That's the way to do it. It absolutely is. Anyway, so the last time... about a year ago, we were going in Tesco's, going up. No, it's not an escalator. It's a moving walkway. You know those things that they've got in airports, and you just stand on them, and they transport you through the airport. It was one of those. Last time we were mucking around, and we got to the top of the stairs, and I didn't notice that my shoelace had been under. Well, I was nearly dragged under the escalator, dear. I was nearly dragged under it. I thought, oh my God. And I could see myself. You know, first of all, the shoelace started disappearing and I couldn't get my foot out. I said, Ron, my foot's stuck. And he kicked my leg. I think he just liked kicking my leg to give me pain, to be honest. He kicked my leg and fortunately managed to get the foot out. But this thing was starting to drag me under the escalator. Has that ever happened to you, Simon, on the Isle of Wight? Are you there, Simon? Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Simon! Simon? Are you there, Simon? I don't think I'm doing anything wrong here. Can't hear you. Well, that's very strange. I can't hear Simon. Was hoping to have a call in from him then. Let me see. All my buttons are correctly put. Are you there, Simon? Nothing, not a thing. I don't think your Skype's working there, Simon. That's not working, is it? Let's try David on the Isle of Wight, see if I can talk to him. I need to know that this is working. What's the point in me giving out phone numbers and things if that's not working? No, he's not answering either. Oh, good morning, David. What are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, David.
All right then, Chris.
Oh, good morning. I was just checking that this is working because Simon, is he a friend of yours, Simon?
No, I don't know. That's Charlie.
Oh, you don't know who it is? Okay, someone just tried to call in and I couldn't hear them, so I'm just checking that it is actually working, Simon. How are you, all right?
I'm fine.
Good morning, David. Is that Charlie I can hear in the background?
Yeah, that's Charlie there.
Did I hear him speak a word?
You did.
That's the first time I've heard that. Charlie is how old now?
He will be 3 Tuesday.
3?
Yeah.
So when is the last... I thought we last did these live shows about a year and a half ago. You telling me it's 3 years?
Yeah. All right.
Blimey, that's a lot longer than what I thought it was.
I know.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it?
Wow, it certainly is. How's life for you, David, on the Isle of Wight? Is it all right?
It's okay at the moment.
Has it warmed up a bit?
Pardon?
Has it warmed up a bit now?
Starting to.
About time, isn't it?
Starting to now. Only problem is we've got people building houses everywhere.
People oh, not on the Isle of Wight, have they?
Yeah, we got up by our Tesco's.
Yeah.
They want to build 900 houses and we don't want it.
No, of course you don't. Well, that is that gonna? Do you have
build an old pig farm, but
from your house? From your house, do you have a good view?
Well, if I go up on the top floor of the flats, yeah.
Yeah. But you live in a flat, do you?
Yeah, I live on a ground floor flat.
And is there a view from there? Can you see fields or something, or not?
No, we've got an industrial estate behind us.
Okay, so the houses are not going to affect your view at all?
No, but they're about 25 minutes away, they'll be.
And well, that's not too bad, is it?
No. But we got a bit of good news.
Go on.
We got a bit of good news.
Yes.
There's another one coming.
Do you know, I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. Oh, congratulations. And how long to go before this one comes?
September.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of babies coming out at the moment. My nephew's had one, of course. My nephew and his wife have already got one, which is shortly 1 year old. There's another one on its way. That's going to be a boy. So they've already got a girl called Evie. There's a boy coming, and they're going to name that Harry. And my niece has got one as well, whose name is George. So it's all happening on the baby front at the moment.
I know. People got a funny thing about naming children Harry.
Stop moving around, David, will you, dear? Banging away with your microphone.
That's Charlie. He's mucking about the laptop, which he shouldn't.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
He's got his own laptop. He's got a Mickey Mouse laptop, so he should be on his own.
Good to get them going early on. Do you take him swimming at all?
We're doing that this summer, actually.
Yeah.
We got a council pool.
Yeah.
But it's been taken over by the community, so it's run by the community now instead of the council.
Right. Okay.
It's really good.
And you take him swimming?
Yeah.
Good. I was talking to the person who sort of, one of the pool people the other day, and they were saying, it's always best to take a child swimming as early as possible because they have no fear at that age. They absolutely have no fear at that age. It's like, I went skiing about 10 years ago, and the best people skiing were the little children because they have no fear. They just go flying down these hills. And wonderful.
Right. Anyway, I'm going to have to go, Chris, because he's playing up.
I can hear that. You stay with us. Thanks for calling, David.
No
it was me who called you. Thanks for chatting to us.
No problem with the chat anyway.
Bye-bye now.
Okay, bye.
Bye, David. There we are, David on the Isle of Wight. And we're staying on the Isle of Wight, hopefully going to Simon now. I'll try and call him this time. And we'll see if that works. Don't forget you can join in, boys and girls, on the Skype. My Skype username is all one word, Chris Reardon. Good morning, Simon. Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Oh, we got you this time. What were you doing? Did you have something muted?
I had a fiddle with my settings, and I'm a lot better now.
Well, are your settings being fiddled with? Not while I'm on air, I hope.
I'll fiddle with them myself. I don't think we go down that route.
Good morning, Simon.
My 16-year-old daughter blush, or I am.
Oh, hello, 16-year-old daughter. What's her name?
Shania.
Shania, when were you six? Can I talk to her, or is
Yes, she's by the computer, yeah.
Hello, Shania.
Hello.
It's not Shania Twain, is it?
Right.
That don't impress me much. That don't impress me much. No?
Oh, you got her in the giggles now. But yeah,
Shania, as I'm 50 and you're 16, am I totally uncool? And like, you must never tell your friends that you ever watch this show because it would be just totally uncool. Is that about right?
Not really, no.
Oh, good. Well, share me. Share me among your friends. I'm waiting for you on your Facebook to post links to this programme.
I will do.
When were you 16?
Last October.
Oh, okay. Are you looking for a younger boyfriend at all? No, because my nephew, Jimmy, has just turned 16 as well. Would you like to see a picture of him, Shania?
Oh, dear.
Hang on a minute, I can get laughing. Let me get you a picture of my nephew up, because you might like him. We're always looking to match people up. Just a second. They
could have a relationship across the pond.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it, yeah. And let me just find one. Now, would you like a picture of... Let me see what we got here. Would you like to see him in a suit? Or with his new motorbike? Or, I say motorbike. It's not motorbike. What are those... Oh, what's it called?
Oh, that is moped, isn't it? Motorbike.
Moped, that's it. Or there's one on his moped. What would you like to see him? How would you like to see him?
Oh, Shania. Oh, dear, she's having a hot flush now.
Oh, no. Have you gone all shy, Shania?
Not gone shy. She's just laughing so much.
Don't go shy, darling. 1 minute. Let me see what photograph.
Let's go for the scooter or the motorbike or whatever. I'll make a decision for her.
I can't. Yeah, that's always the best thing to do. Right, let me see. Do you know? Isn't it funny? You can't find anything when you want it, can you? Hang on a minute.
I know the feeling.
Oh dear. What's that there? No, that's not one. No.
It's because you nearly got trapped in that escalator. You still haven't recovered. That's what it is.
No, but that was 2 years ago.
Was it? Oh, blimey.
It was very scary. It was very, very scary. That trapped on an escalator.
Post-traumatic stress, then, Chris.
I was nearly sucked under that thing. Awful.
Oh, what a way to go.
Awful. Oh, I know. Hang on a minute. Oh, what? Hang on. No, that's not it. No.
You should be on there all the time. You had Callum, my son, in stitches.
Well,
when you were talking about that.
Callum. I remember Callum. How old is he now?
Oh, he'll be 13 in June.
And has he got a little Saturday job or anything like that? Newspaper round, anything?
No, Shania's got a newspaper round. Callum's too lazy.
Is she really? Oh, here we are. I've got here. Hang on a minute. Now, how do I do this? Let me see if I can just drag and drop that there. I've got my fingers crossed that this is going to work. This is new territory. This is. Oh, yep. That's going to work. Hang on. Now, let me see. I've got to do that and do that. Right. Are you ready, Shania? Are you watching this?
Yeah.
Right. Here you go. Picture of my nephew on his new bike. Can you see that or not?
No, we can't. We'll have to stop talking to you, and then we'll fiddle about and have a look. I'll let you know what she thinks. I'll Facebook you.
Oh no. Have I got your Facebook?
Yes.
Oh right. Hang on. Then I'll put it on your Facebook. Then 1 minute. Options, download. Right, so
it's all complicated stuff, this, isn't it? Mm.
It's very exciting, isn't it? Jimmy's bike. Where are we, Jim? Because he's only just passed his test. His test. I don't think you're going to be able to sit on the back of the bike for a while, though, Shania. Okay, Simon. I don't think. Oh no, I can't find you on my
I'm down as Vectus Humpty. I'm definitely friends with you, but.
What's your Facebook name?
Vectus Humpty.
Oh right. Oh yes, of course. Right. There you are. Okay. Right. Here comes the photo on your wall.
Oh right. We
Possibly.
Should
no, that's not worked.
Perhaps it's just not meant to be, Chris.
No, we must get it working. We must get this working. I can't bear it when something won't work. There we are. Hang on. Is that going in there? Yep, here we go. Posting now. Stand by.
Right, should be getting it any minute then. Oh yeah, hang on. We've got the number one come up in the box.
It's my nephew on his bike.
This very second we should be getting it. Oh yeah. What do you think, Shania?
Any good, Shania?
What's making you laugh?
I know that boys don't get as old as girls quick. Is that the right word? Mature, that's it. They don't mature as quick as girls, but he's a fast learner.
Yeah, I must say, no disrespect to him, because he looks all right and what have you, but he doesn't look 16. He looks about 12.
Well, I mean, it runs in the family, doesn't it? You know, I mean, people often look at me. You know, how old are you? And I tell them straight out. You know, I tell them straight out, I'm 50, and I love it. No, you're not.
You don't look a day over 49.
Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, I don't believe you. Oh, I love it.
I'm catching up with you this year.
So, what you are?
Yeah, well, I'll try and forget now. I must be 48 in December.
48? Oh, come on, Vectis. I mean, I'm looking at your picture now. I think you're a little bit more than that, aren't you?
There are other people on the radio and the video to listen to.
Come on, pull the other one, will you? Dear me, more lies from you than the members of the Labour Party.
Well, you know what they can say. You can fool yourself.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do now? Tell us that we can have a vote on Europe, and we'll have it, and we'll set it, and then we can set it in 4 years' time. Oh, let's think. Oh, that's funny. Just before that, there's a general election.
Well, you know what they say, Chris. You've never had it so good.
Lying bastards, every last one of them. I don't trust any of them anymore. None of them anymore.
Yeah, they're all much of a muchness. But anyway, it's nice to hear you live back on the sort of like radio, sort of internet thingy. It's just like Saturdays used to be at 3 o'clock.
Oh yeah, we used to do that. What radio do you do anything at the moment, Vectis?
Yeah, I'm on an internet station called Vectis Radio. I've got a show from 3 till 5 on a Sunday, and it's just quite nice actually. Because funny enough, I do it with the kids. Is
that just your one, or are there other people on that as well?
No, that's just me. I say me and the kids. Sometimes the dear wife comes in with me, and it's just a bit of a laugh. Really, we just do a bit of comedy, try and do a bit of local news. But of course, it's difficult being on the internet, isn't it? Because of the nature of it's the World Wide Web. You don't want to make it too local, otherwise it's totally irrelevant to everyone who's listening away from the island.
I'll tell you what I've been disappointed with internet radio. You know, and I'm sure you've got one because it's your sort of thing. I bet you've got an internet radio, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't got one? Okay.
I either listen to it on the computer or, of course, phones nowadays pick it up. But
these things were never really pushed. You know, no. I've got a lovely Roberts internet radio. People now, oh, what's an internet radio? Okay, well, you know, for example, you know, you're always seeing stations and that advertised now on the computer and on the telly. You know, listen to us via the internet and all that. You can buy specific internet radios, and once you've got one of these, they work off your Wi-Fi at home. You can tune into any radio station that's streaming over the world. Funnily enough, not this particular show. Although my one also, you can get podcasts. So you simply put your podcast URL into the radio thing, and people can actually listen to this show as well, which is great. And internet radios were never pushed. You know, not the same way as these awful DAB ones were.
Yeah, and that's pretty much a disaster, isn't it? Dab, I think.
Oh, dreadful disaster. I was thinking, I bought, have I got it here? I've actually got it here, 1 minute. Oh, where's that now? I've got, yes, there it is. I bought this pure, highway digital radio. You heard of those?
Oh yeah, I've heard of them, mate. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
Okay, so I bought this. Well, it's a couple of years ago now, admittedly, and I fitted it into my car at the time, which was a Toyota Aygo. Do you know? I've just looked in this, and it's room for batteries. I never even knew it took batteries, and I fitted that to my car. It wasn't like a factory fitted item, you know. It was like an add-on, you know the sort of thing. And you stuck the aerial on the windscreen, and that went along the windscreen. And I was very disappointed with the performance of it. An example, I used to listen a lot to LBC at the time. And I had a job in Brighton on Friday nights. And even before I got out of the M25 zone, I would lose LBC on the digital radio. I flicked across the FM, and I could pick it up right the way down to Brighton. There was a couple of gaps where I lost it, it went shh, a little bit like that, but generally I was able to actually pick up the radio station all the way down to Brighton.
Yeah, I bought my dear partner a digital radio for indoors.
Oh, yes.
For Christmas.
Right.
It does other things as well, CD and all the FM stations.
Right.
And admittedly, in Upper Ventnor, where I live, as you might get a clue from the name, very, very hilly. We're behind one of the biggest hills on the island, St Boniface Down. Yes. And you can't get a peep. You switch it to digital, you can't get one single station. Pretty much a waste of money that was. But thankfully, it still plays CDs and what have you.
Well, it's been going now for years, and I think it's just a complete waste of money. The radio stations, you have to pay 2 lots of transmission fees to various people. We've seen digital stations come and go. I don't know why they ever did that.
People say to me, when I'm bored and senseless about the fact that I do my little 2-hour bit on this internet station, they say, how do I pick it up? And when you eventually sort of say, no, it's just on the internet, people say, I can't be bothered with that. But I don't understand that, really, because where I live, through virtue of the fact that FM's not that good, and most of my radios, your little portable radios, over the years, the darling kids, or indeed me, have snapped the telescopic aerials off of them. Whenever I listen to radio, whether it's Radio 4 or whatever, or Your Good Self or Vectus Radio that I'm involved with, I always listen on the internet anyway. It doesn't take 2 minutes to fire a computer up, does it?
Yeah, it works.
Radio's definitely the way forward.
Well, it works very well on the phone. Of course, I've got an iPhone 5 and I've got this app. Let me tell you what it is now.
The TuneIn Radio?
TuneIn Radio, that's the one. I've got TuneIn Radio, and that actually works better, because I do still listen to LBC, certainly on the way up to Coventry, where I work Coventry every other week. And I start losing LBC sort of around Oxford, and then I switch over to this TuneIn Radio app on the iPhone 5 thing, and once it buffers, I've got it buffered to I think 60 seconds or something like that. So you click on it, and it takes about a minute to start, and then once it starts, it carries on all the way up to Coventry. Doesn't break at all, right? Interestingly, LBC's very own app, if I use that and I lose it, it doesn't come back again. So I don't think
I'm gonna have to go, Chris, because I think my battery's going. If I'm on there any longer, it's going to be the Simon Still show and not the Chris Reardon show.
All right, then off you go. Nice to talk to you, Simon.
Nice to hear from you. Bye.
All right, cheerio. There we are, Simon on the Isle. Everyone's on the Isle of Wight this morning. How exciting is that? Yeah, I was just telling you about this TuneIn Radio thing, which I've got on the iPhone, and you can listen to any radio station that's kind of subscribed, linked to that app somehow from all over the world. It's fantastic. There's a little station I listen to in Sydney as well. While I'm driving along, if I can't find anything, I click on that. As always, I like talk radio. I'm not too keen on music radio. Any idiot can sit there and put on a few records and talk in between them. That's how I feel about it. What do you think? I've got an email address, boys and girls, if you're watching the recording. Join in by email. Email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Main website for this show you can find at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right. Now, I was just telling you, looking for a hard laptop case, which I was looking for. So I went into Tesco's, nothing in there. They said, have you tried Curry's? So I went into Curry's, nothing in there. Went into Maplin's, nothing in there. So we didn't find one in the end. So difficult to find a hard laptop case. I've looked on the internet and I can find these like suitcase type affairs, but to be honest, they're a little bit too big. I don't want like an attaché case with just the laptop. I just want a hard laptop case. I've looked on eBay, and there was a couple on there which are like covered in flowers and things like that. I just want a black one. You know, black one or brown, something dark or blue, something like that. Anyone know where I can get a hard laptop case for a 17-inch laptop, you know, at a reasonable price? Again, don't want to be paying 90 quid for something like that. I'd 35, 40 pounds maybe. Any ideas? Maybe you can make me one out of some wood, can you? Do let us know on the email, okay? Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Anyway, so eventually we get to Frankie and Benny's, which is the restaurant. And we were just going in there for an ice cream and a cup of tea. So we sat in there, we sat down there fairly quickly. The waitress was nice enough, you know. Good evening, may I help? You know, foreign accent, I think so. I don't know where she was from. Probably one of the Eastern European countries, possibly. I don't know. I said, yes, can we have a cup of tea, please? And I'll have well, what was it called? An East Coast ice cream. Now, this is one of those tall glasses, you know, that they put chocolate ice cream and cream and one of those, you know, the sort of thing. A little bit like a Knickerbocker Glory. I do like these. You know, don't eat them at home. You only eat them when you're out, don't you? Hey? Anyway, so the tea arrived first. Mistake number one. Now, they must have done this before when we've been in there before, because I've been in there before and we've had pizza and I've had... No, incorrect. No, because I remember last time I had Coca-Cola and I rarely drink fizzy drinks unless the place I'm in is doing the, like, you know, the never-ending, the free refills. You go back as many times as you want. I mean, they say that. You never go back more than twice, do you? You know, so you have your one glass of Coke and you might have a second one. That's it. They say, you know, you can have endless Coke. I very much doubt that anyone goes back more than twice to actually, you know, for more Coca-Cola. And, oh, by the way, I don't drink the diet one. I don't like that. We have the full fat Coke. Get all these people that are going out for meals. They sit there with a full roast dinner. Or I'll have a full roast dinner. I'll have 3 Yorkshire puddings, you know, 10 roast potatoes, please. And a Diet Coke. No, what's the bloody point, eh? You might as well have the whole thing. So I had the full fat Coke. So that's what I did before. We had a pizza, and they do lovely pizzas in there. Frankie and Benny's. We had the Coke, and we had the East Coast ice cream, which was very nice. So this time we've already had dinner, and we just happened to be out shopping. And do you fancy one of those ice creams? And he said yes. All right. So we went in there. Tea, please. So she comes over with a cup of hot water, a saucer on top of the cup, and a tea bag placed on top of the saucer. Now, if you're in the States, you will think this is normal. It's not. It's not how you make a proper cup of tea. If you're going to make a proper cup of tea, and I've done this on this show several times before, you need to put the tea bag in the cup, boil the kettle, and pour the boiling water onto the tea bag in the cup. Otherwise, the flavours are not released. I have come to expect this in other countries. They cannot make tea. Except in Australia and some of the Caribbean countries I've visited. They know how to make tea. Also, if you go into a Starbucks anywhere in the world, they know how to make black tea. Okay? If you go into any of these fancy Italian restaurants in the world, or sorry, they're not necessarily Italian, any other country in like a restaurant, it is unlikely they will actually know how to make a proper cup of English tea. So to be in England and get handed a cup of hot water with a saucer on top, followed by a tea bag, I'm not having any of it. I'm sorry, dear. So she put this thing down, and I'm about to say something, and then she disappeared. And she came back with the milk. And I looked at Ron, and he looked at me. I said, "What the bloody hell's this?" He said, "Oh, that's how they serve it in here." I said, so I didn't say anything in the end. And I thought, oh well. And then he went to put his milk and he said, and the milk's warm. I said, what do you mean milk's warm? So I touched the side of the little milk thing that comes, and she'd given us hot milk. Hot milk with a tea. And she's standing next to the till, which is quite near. Excuse me. Can I help you? I says, yes. I says, you've given us warm milk. Yes. She said, what? I said, what? With tea? She says, you don't like? I said, no, you don't give us warm milk with tea. Oh, okay. So she picked up the milk and took it away. So I'm sitting there now. I've now put the tea bag in the tepidly warm water. You know, I'm desperately trying to stir this around to get any flavour out of it, which is pretty impossible at that low temperature water. And we're waiting there. Where's this bloody milk then? And someone else walks past and says, can you get some more milk? She hasn't bought the cold milk. And then so they bought the milk. And then someone else bought some more milk as well. So she bought the milk as well. And the cold milk arrived, and I put a little, and you get a jug of milk, almost a jug of milk, this big. It's got to, the thing's got to be about 3 inches tall by about an inch. You completely full up with milk. You don't need all that milk in tea. It's not coffee. Why can't they make tea, these people? Well, someone instructs people how to bloody well make tea. Because you can't do it. So I put a little drip of milk in. I thought, oh, well, and I tasted it. Oh, it was vile, this tea. Absolutely vile tea in Frankie and Benny's. They can't do it. They can't make tea. And it's all very well. So that was that. And then the ice cream arrived. I thought, the ice cream will make up for it. And I started eating it. And I grabbed hold of the glass, and I became immediate. The glass was warm. They'd obviously just washed the bloody thing up, hadn't they? They just washed up the glass and put the ice cream straight in it. So it was all like, it melted very quickly, and the ice cream didn't taste cold. Do you see what I mean? It was still ice cream, but it wasn't cold. It just didn't taste right. Oh, so we come out of there quite disappointed, and on the way out, there was someone who looked like they were important, standing at the end. I said, excuse me, I hope you don't mind me asking, can I just ask, who makes the tea in here? Do they collect the tea? Oh, no, the waitress makes the tea. I said, we were bought a cup of hot water with a tea bag on top of a saucer. She says, yeah, that's how it's done in here, I'm afraid. I said, well, it isn't right, is it? I said, it just doesn't taste right. Oh, I'm sorry, that's how we do it in here. I said, oh, well, fair enough. I said, I don't want to get in. This is not a complaint. I said, but then we were bought warm milk. She said, did your friend have coffee? I said, no, we both had tea. We were given 2 little jugs of warm milk. She says, well, she shouldn't have done that. She's from somewhere else. I can't remember where it was. Poland, I think, or somewhere else. She said, I'll have a word with her. I said, well, don't let her get in trouble. I said, because she obviously doesn't know. If you could just, gently let her know that, that's the wrong thing to do. Oh, it's just hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. So that was our little trip to Frankie and Benny's, I'm afraid. Bit of a disaster. Don't know if we're going there again now. It's a shame, isn't it? You go in somewhere, you like it, you go back there, oh yeah, I like it. You go back a third time and they get it wrong. Don't want to go back there anymore. No. There was another place that we went to, actually, Pizza Hut. Now, I was a fan of Pizza Hut, and we kept going in there, sort of once every couple of weeks, because they do this buffet deal, all you can eat for $6.99 or something like that. Although you don't, like I say, it's the same with the Coke, you only go up a couple of times, you have a couple of bits of pizza, I'll have another one, and even, I can't eat anymore, can't move, it's all a bit like that really in there. But once we went in there, and it just wasn't cooked properly, it was a bit stodgy, we didn't go back after that. Didn't go back. And what was the other thing was, one of the pizzas was really hot. hot as in what are they called, jalapeno peppers or something like that, those little horrible green things. They covered them in these, and I put this thing in my mouth. I was like, my head was on fire, dear, on fire. It was like I was on fire. It was awful. So we didn't go back in there after either. Once I'm pissed off with a company, that's it. I don't buy from them anymore. I've got some other examples. The 3 telephone network. Anyone got a 3 telephone network phone? Pity you. I had one of those about a long time ago, about 15 years ago now, and it was all right until it went wrong. And then it was a nightmare. Once it had gone wrong, it was a nightmare trying to get the damn thing sorted. They just were completely incompetent. And I closed the account and I never ever bought anything from them again. And the letters come through the post, you get the emails, please come back to us. No second chance. Piss off and leave me alone. No, I absolutely never ever go back to someone like that once they've got it wrong. No second chances. End of story. Simon, still on the Isle of Wight, says, you really should shave that stubble off before you go on air. It puts years onto you, love. I beg your pardon? Do you think so? I'm a bit... There's not too much stubble there, is it? Oh, Marj, do you want to call in, Marj? I think Marj wants to call in. Let's have a little chat to Marj. And yes, you can call any time you want, Marj. That's okay. Once we've said call in, you can call. Hello, Marj. How are you?
Sorry, let me get your echo off here.
Oh yeah, just turn the other thing off there. And,
okay.
All right. Hello, Marj. Good morning.
Good morning.
Marj is in Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the rain, or something like that, isn't it?
Not so loud. I just woke up.
Have you? Now, the thing is with you, Marj, I love your accent.
Oh, good.
This is the second time I've spoken to you on the Skype, but the first time that people from United Kingdom Talk have actually heard you.
Yeah, of course, I just woke up, so I sound probably half drunk and.
Drunk? Have you been?
I'm a drunk Southerner, so.
Have you been drinking?
No. I said when I wake up, it's kind of hard to get your brain working. Actually, I didn't set the clock. I was wanting to come, and I thought, well, I've got a big day today, you know.
Right.
I had a dream. I was running through a big, like airport thing, you know, those big things with have their airplane. And I was trying to get to the show in my dream.
You're trying to get to the show?
And I was having an action adventure. This guy was trying to hit me and shoot me. And I said, I got to get to Chris Reardon show.
Are you serious?
And I woke up.
Well, you managed to get
when
here.
When your dream worlds go into your reality, that's pretty bad.
Because it's what's the time there? 5:30 in the morning.
Let me look. 5:28.
5:28 in the morning. Is the sun coming up?
Sorry, we got a little getting together there. Go ahead.
Is the sun coming up yet?
Well, no, it doesn't come up till probably 7 o'clock.
Oh, right, okay. So you're still in pitch darkness there.
Yeah.
And you live... Yeah. Would it be right to say, is it like a prairie where you live? Sort of, there's no other houses nearby, is there?
Oh, no, it's not like it was when I first moved here,
right.
1976.
Okay.
And also, I don't have my dentures in, so if I sound... if it sounds funny, I will admit I wear dentures. So anyway, there was hardly... You know, you could go 10 miles, 15, 20 miles before you saw a house.
Right.
And it was dark at night. I mean, when it was night, it was night. There was no lights everywhere, you know. There's houses.
Bet you saw some beautiful Milky Way in the sky, though, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. You could see the stars and that thing. I mean, I walked at night. I'm afraid to walk at night, you know, like you are now. But no, it's not that remote. I mean, I'm out in the country. You probably think I'm in the deep woods out here, you know, alone.
No, I thought it was. I thought it was
crazy
like
old woman with her animals.
I tell you what I thought it was like. I thought, you know, like in those Western films where you've got, okay, look, you know, like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Where the house is like on its own, and around it it's fairly dusty and not many plants. Are you with me, or?
Oh.
Do you see?
No, Oklahoma's green and beautiful.
Oh,
We got
okay.
hills and trees, and I've got a pond west of me down the hill.
Oh, have you?
No, it's beautiful. Yeah, we got mountains and hills. It's not flat.
You got
Of course, we've had
much wildlife in the pond?
I've had deer out in the backyard about 2 days ago.
Okay.
We've got deer, we've got cougar, bobcat, raccoon, squirrels.
Wow.
We've got a place where they actually, we're like, we got buffalo over at the Wichita Mountains.
You know, you say you got, you know, cougar. They're cats, aren't they? Are they cats?
They're a big cat. Yeah, I was driving home from work one day and I looked down at the creek there and I thought it was a dog.
Right.
You know, like a big dog.
Yes.
And I looked a little closer and it was a kind of a brown cougar walking down the river. The river had kind of dried up a little bit. I said, my gosh. And I was told that they're coming out of Wichita Mountains. They're kind of getting hungry because we had a drought last year, bad drought.
Yeah.
We did have tumbleweeds then. So they were coming out of the mountains and trying to find, food. So that was a strange thing. We've got black cats. We've got everything. There's a place here that they've actually...
Would a cougar attack you?
No. Animals don't normally attack you. They usually run from you because, man is a predator too.
Yes, of course.
And to them.
Yeah.
We are predators to them, so they will actually, unless you corner them, they'll just take off. Especially the coyotes. We've got coyotes and wolves, they'll just run from you, but you don't want to corner them. Get them in a corner where they can't get out.
Right. Yes. Do any of them say you're out? Have any of them ever befriended you?
What's that?
Any of the animals? Have they ever befriended you?
I'm Doolittle. Did you know?
What one?
I sit out there with little birds. Hey, sit on my shoulder. No.
Really?
No. Actually, my mother and I both put out. We have 10 acres here, and we're kind of like a wildlife reserve.
Yes.
We've had raccoons. I sat there while this wild raccoon just eats there, by the garden. And she's got crows. She predicts the weather by the crows.
Yeah.
She'll tell me it's going to rain, and sure enough, it rains because the crows told her, it's going to rain. Weatherman, he'll say, "Oh, it's going to be sunshine." Mom said, "No, it ain't. It's going to rain." I said, "Why?
How beautiful.
Crow said it's going to rain." Sure enough, Mom was right and the weatherman was wrong.
I think that's beautiful. How you've got all these animals, and a lot of them come into your garden. You say?
Well, my backyard. I don't have any. Of course, I'm starting a garden, but they just walk up the backyard. I've got little bitty holes all over the yard. I've got mother's told me it was armadillo.
Right. Okay.
And they root like little hogs,
Yes.
and there's little pock holes all over the yard.
Are any of the animals? Would you consider any of them sort of pests, where they might be perhaps damaging your house or anything like that, or are they all just? They're fine.
I love all creatures, great and small. I don't call anything a pest except human beings. I mean,
No, I think you're quite right. To be honest, you're quite right. You've seen.
I mean, I usually, if I got anything like insects, I'll try to do it natural. Get a natural pesticide or something always natural. But I love all nature has a reason, purpose. I'm in their way. They're not in my way. Yeah. I try to live with nature, not against it. So
yeah, that's great. That's great. I noticed on my Facebook wall you've put there all the cafes in Oklahoma make tea like they do in the UK. Is that right?
Yeah. I was raised in a cafe. I was 9 years old. My parents had a cafe, and we always served a regular cup, like a little white cup, and a metal boiling hot water in a metal thing with a lid. It flipped.
Yeah.
You could flip it open, fill it up. And we set that by the cup, and your little tea bag was in the cup. And we had another little kind of a ceramic thing with ice cold milk in it, if you wanted milk. So we did that, and I couldn't figure out. I said, you need to come to Oklahoma if you want a cup of good tea.
Oh, well,
that's how we make
if
it
you're
here.
making it right there, then I accept that. But it is very difficult to find anyone who... I mean, even the north of England, which is, a tea place, if you see what I mean. The same thing happened there once. I was in one of these places having something to eat, and they ordered tea, and they brought up a cup of hot water with a tea bag sitting on top of it. It just makes me die. People just don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Now, do y'all eat apple pie with a scoop of ice cream on top?
Oh, yes, please. Marj.
Okay.
Now you're talking. I like apple pie very much.
Yeah, hot apple pie with vanilla ice cream.
But again, you've got to know where to buy. The best thing to do is, of course, make it yourself. But if you buy it, you're cut into this apple pie, and you're like, where's the apple? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but no, like I said, we had a cafe. We served Southern fried chicken in Iowa when we lived in Iowa.
Yeah.
And we had people drive all over town. We had weddings. We even made Southern fried chicken. And I was 9 years old back in the kitchen cutting up chicken, Of course, that's back. Of course, I know you're into, me and you both are into vegetarians now.
That's okay, yeah.
But we served, it was funny, one day we served Texas chili.
Yeah.
And these northern people, they don't know about this hot stuff.
Right.
And this one man, he had water running down his face, eyes, and I said, "Sir, are you okay?" He said, "Boy, it's a good chili, but can I have some more water?" Man, it's good chili, but he drank gallons and gallons of ice water. But he said, that is hot. Hot Texas chili. And they didn't know what black-eyed peas. Do you have black-eyed peas there?
It's the name of a pop group, Black-Eyed Peas.
Well,
I know it's some sort of pea, is it? I don't know.
It's just a little small, look like a bean with a little black spot in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, for New Year's, you eat a can of that because there's an old folk deal about somebody, I forget the story, I have to look it up again. It's good luck to eat that on the January the 1st.
And black-eyed peas, what are they? Black-eyed peas? Peas with little black bits of black in them?
They're like a chocolate brown, if I remember, I haven't eaten some in a while. Kind of a small bean with a little black spot in the center.
Yeah. Oh, Wendy says, we do have black-eyed peas, Marj. Take no notice of Chris. No, I've never seen a black-eyed pea. I'm going to have to look that up. I will have to look that up, I think. Black-eyed peas. Let me have a quick look now. Black-eyed peas. If there's a picture. Black-eyed peas.
Well, you're going to look it up.
Official site includes videos. No, that's not it.
I don't want to do that.
Maybe black-eyed pea with no S. Let me see what happens there. Oh, hang on. Yes, picture plants. Here we are. The black-eyed pea or black-eyed bean. Oh, it's a legume. Is a
it's like a bean.
Yeah, I can see them now. Okay, I know what they are now. Yeah, they're like beans with black bits of black in them.
Mm-hmm. We call them peas, but they're really a bean, I think.
There's different types as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Some are white and some are sort of more orange. Yeah, I'm with you. So I see those. Yeah, I would eat those. I would eat those.
Yeah.
I would eat those, Marj. Anyway, nice to talk to you, my darling.
Yeah, okay.
Always
I guess I'll
a pleasure,
go back to sleep. Got to go to work today. I'll see you guys next week.
All right. See you, Marj.
Bye, Wendy. Hi, Simon, whoever's listening. I guess Simon's off. I really like Simon's voice. He's cool.
Oh, I'll put you in contact then, Marj. I'll put you in contact.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye now. There we are, Simon. You might have a follower there. David says... I think your unshaven look is quite nice. Do you? I've just been a bit lazy this morning. I haven't bothered this morning. He's also getting ads. Is anyone getting ads on the live stream? I didn't know we got ads on the live stream. It's possible. I suppose it's possible, really. Actually, I'm just looking at myself now. I do look quite... It's only today I didn't shave. I shaved yesterday. So sorry about that. Yes. A bit of a shave there. Simon says, ooh. I think Simon's a bit excited now because Marj has shown an interest in him. Possibly the only person that's shown an interest in Vectis for a long time. Is that right? Wendy has sent in an email on the subject of the itchy wool jumper that I've got. Wendy says, "Hi Chris, your mate Ron is right. Ideally, you should hand wash wool jumpers and use a wool detergent such as Persil Silk and Wool, which is much gentler than a normal detergent. Wool does not respond well to harsh chemicals such as alkaline found in laundry detergent. Alkaline opens up the little scales in the fibres, and that's what makes the fibres all prickly, dry and itchy." Yeah, but it's been itchy. It was itchy when I first bought it. Sorry, when he first gave it to me from new. So I think I must be allergic. Wendy says, "My washer has a wool setting on it to wash at 40 degrees centigrade, but I would never wash a wool jumper in the washer myself. Always hand wash." Love from Wendy. So thanks for that, Wendy. Nice to hear from you, Wendy. Let me see there. Oh, Simon says, "I'd be surprised." Are you getting a lot of offers at the moment then, Simon? That's more than me. I have an offer for months now. Nothing. There's no one for me in this life. No one. I'm just I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Good morning to Mark C. Good morning, Mark, in London, who said the ads are annoying on the live show but enjoying it, and Marj has a cool voice. Sounds a bit like the True Blood programme. Oh, she's got a fantastic accent, Mark. An absolutely fantastic accent. How many ads are you all getting then? I had no idea that people were getting ads during the live stream. And how does that work? Can someone tell me how the whole ads thing works? Because I don't know. Does the show suddenly stop and then you get ads and it picks up from where it left off? Or do you miss a bit of the show? Because I'm not sure how that works. So I'm talking to you now. Those of you watching the live show, if you're watching the recording, then obviously you won't get any ads. If you're watching the live show, does it, do I disappear and you get an ad? Or does a banner come up across the bottom giving you an ad? Or how does that work? Because I don't know. Please let me know. Okay. Still time to call in, boys and girls. We got the Skype. Skype username is all one word, Chris Reardon, or the phone number 020 8133 6358. 020 8133 6358. Good morning to Stu. Morning, Stu, who's bored. Your status says you're bored, Stu. It says the adverts come on, then you missed the show. Oh, okay, so... Oh, you actually miss a bit of the show, do you? Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I will have a little look. Simon said, just got another ad now and another. I didn't know that. Mark says, the ads are annoying, but enjoying it, and Marj has a cool voice. We miss a bit of the show. Yet again, I've got an ad about airlines. Oh, right, okay, so I don't know about that. I'll have to do a little test and find out what's what. Maybe I can remove the ad somehow. I don't know. Unless they want me to actually pay for that, dear. Don't want to have to pay for it. Christ almighty. Stu says, don't worry, I'm not bored anymore, loving the show. Oh, it's only a bit of fun, really. It's only a bit of fun and nothing too serious. And David said, at the moment it's okay, but now and again I get an ad come up, yes. All right. What else were we going to do today? Do you know, we've been here such a long time. I didn't expect to do the show this long, to be honest. We're an hour and a quarter. All right. Finally today, let's see how you get on with this maths test. Because this was in the Daily Mail, we didn't get... I think there's a load of stuff we haven't done on the show today that I said I was going to do. But there you go. It's one of those things. People start talking to you. And I can talk to people for ages, can't you? Just chat away for hours on the phone. This article was in the Daily Mail last week. And it goes, are you as smart as a 15-year-old GCSE student to be tested on their financial skills? But would you pass the test? Now, I must admit, I am not the best person for doing maths. Okay? English school children will be assessed on financial literacy for the first time in September 2004. So they're going to have this exam, right? How does your knowledge stack up? Now, here are some example questions. See how you get on with a couple of these. Ready? Now, if you want, what I would do, without cheating, because there's no point in cheating, or you won't know, email in the answers and see how you get on for the next show, okay? So the next show is recorded. I do a show for you on Saturday. The recordings of the show come out on Saturday and Wednesday, although we record the Saturday show on Friday and Friday mornings, and people can join in. So there we are. How do you watch that? Okay, if you want to watch the live Friday show, which is Saturday's recording, then simply go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Have a little look there at somewhere at the top. We'll tell you how to do that. All right. Here's a question then. See how you get on with this. Cat paid £1,500 for a car in April 2009. In the first year, the value of the car depreciated by 10%. In the second year, the value of the car depreciated by 15%. How much can Cat sell the car for in 2011? So I'm trying to work this out now. Let me see if I can work that out then. So £1,500. What's 10% of 1,500 then? Is that 150? It's 150, isn't it? So then it would be worth 1,350, wouldn't it? So then it goes down by 15%. So then you've got to work at 15% of 1,350. I can't do that. Can I? I can work out 15% of 1,000 is 100. I can't do it. 150. But no, I couldn't do that. Another question. Hassan is paid £17,465 a year. His personal tax allowance is £6,475 for the year. A. What is his taxable income every month? B. If Hassan's income is taxed at 22%, how much income tax does Hassan pay in a year? So his taxable income each month. Oh, well, that one's easy, isn't it? So that would be £7,465 minus £6,475 equals 9. So 5 from 4, 12, 10, 9. Put that one down there. 7 from 7. Okay. So is... Well, that can't be right, can it? 7, 6. 7 from 7. So his taxable income is £9,900? That sound about right to you? I'm not giving you the answers. I'm not looking at the answers myself. I reckon that's £9,900, that one. Don't know if that's right or not. Let me do it again. Let's read that one again, right? So Hassan is paid £17,465 a year. His personal tax allowance is £6,475. So that's it. That's the money you're allowed before you're taxed. Okay. What is his taxable income every month? Right. So that would be 17,465 minus 6,475. So it's 5 from 5 is 0. 7 from 6 you can't do. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So that's one. Put the 1 down there. 5 from 4 you can't do. So 5 from 14 is 9. Take the 1 there. From 7 is 0. And then 1. £10,990 is the taxable income. Got to be that. I reckon £10,990 is the taxable income. And then, if Hassan's income is taxed at 22%, how much does he pay? Oh, I can't do that. So you want to know 22% of £10,990. Can't do it. Don't know how to do that. I probably did at some point. Do you see what I mean? But it's become complicated now. I don't know how to do that. Shania. Which one was that, Shania? Oh, you'll have to. Can you email your answers in on this one? Because I don't know which question you're referring to. All right. So try that one. I'll give you one more to do. Okay. Question 3. Lorna wants to buy 4 peppers. She will not use more than 4. The prices for the peppers are follows. Pack of 3 peppers, £1.40. 1 pepper, 59 pence. Special offer. Buy 1 pack of 3 peppers, get a second pack half price. What is the most cost-effective option for Lorna? You must show working to support your answer. So it's crafty, that is. I hate that when they say you must show how you worked out, because otherwise you can sit there and guess like I would. I'd just sit there and bloody guess it, wouldn't you? Well, let's try and work that out. So pack of 3 peppers, £1.40. Special offer, buy 1 pack of 3 peppers, get the second half price. Oh, well, that's easy. So 140 plus half of that is 70 pence, isn't it? 70, 140. So that would be 170, 180, 192, that would be £2.10 for the price of the buy 1, get 1 half price. Right, £2.10. However, if she bought 3 peppers at £1.40 and 1 pepper for 59 pence, that would be £1.99. So she'd be better off buying 3 peppers and 1 extra one. Correct? Ha-ha! I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Right, just a quick hello to Katie, who's just joined us at the end of the show, I'm afraid, Katie, because we're going to disappear now. Marj also sends me a little program which gets rid of ads. So I'm just going to post this to a couple of people and see if that helps you get rid of the ads. Mark, where's Mark gone? Mr. C, there we are. Mark's there as well. Don't know if that's going to help you at all, Mark. You might want to have a little look at that. Mark says we think we miss a bit of the show. He keeps getting ads about airlines. Oh, you don't want to fly anywhere, Mark. No point in going on holiday. It's a text. Oh, it's a text file, was it? Let me have a little look at it myself. Of course, it's not going to affect me because I'm not watching my own show, am I? If you see what I mean. So let's see. Right, I've just copied that to a couple of people live. How do we do this? Okay, I'll have a little look at that then. Oh, blimey, it looks very complicated. We'll have a look at that, Marj. All right. Right, I'm going to disappear now, boys and girls. Thank you very much for watching and listening, especially those of you that joined on the live show. Any more messages to come out there? Oh, yes, Wendy gets ads as well. So I don't know, Wendy, if that's any good to you. Let's send you that to try and get rid of the ads, perhaps next time. Thank you very much for watching and listening to the show today. Don't forget, the next show will be a recorded one. That'll be on Wednesday, okay? Wednesday is the recorded one. Saturday is the other show, but we record the Saturday show on Fridays. My email address, if you want to send anything in the email, comments or answers to those few questions, which, I mean, I got one of them right, didn't I? Was it 1 or 2 I got right? I don't know if I got the other one right because I'm not looking at the answers yet. If you want to send in the answers to those, please feel free to do so. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Thanks so much for watching and listening. See you on the next show. Bye-bye.